Hello, my friend. Welcome to the Code with Reza channel. My name is Reza and I'm here to teach you Python from scratch. So sit back and enjoy the course. Now let's talk about sets in Python. Python also includes a data type for sets. A set is an unordered collection with no duplicate elements. We can use curly braces or set function to create a set. Let me show you. First, we need to go into the Python software. Okay. We can say, for example, for creating a set, we can say basket equals curly braces. This is the symbol for set. We can say apple and orange. So our basket is a set which contains orange and apple. To create an empty set, you have to use set function. You cannot use curly braces. For example, A equals set. A is an empty set. This is how we create an empty set. Now look at the difference between creating a set with curly braces and a set with set method. Our A equals A, B, C, D. Look at A. It's one string, though there's only one element with a string in it, and only one element. Now let's create it with the set function. A equals set A, B, C, D. Look at A. It is a set of four different characters. So this is a difference between these two ways of creating the sets. Now let's create a duplicate, add a duplicate to a set and see what it happens. Look at our basket now. There is orange and apple. Now I want to create a basket. I want to add one apple, one orange, and another apple. Now look at the basket. Look, there's only one orange and one apple, so it removes the duplication. Only one element can be here from any type. I mean, not any type. I mean, one apple and one orange. Only one item, similar item can be here. No duplication. Now let's look at the operations defined on set. For example, assume we can say if orange is in basket. It's true. Or we can say A equals a set of A, B, C, D, and B equals a set of D, E, F, G. So if you look at these two sets, D is the same between two of them. One of them is A, B, C, D. The other one is D, E, F, G. So D is common element between these two. So by defining these two sets, so this is A and this is B. Now let's find the letters in A but not in B. We can say A minus B. It here, A, B, C is here, but D is not here because D is also inside of the B. So we want the letters in A but not in B. So this is how we do that. So now let's find the letters in A or B or both. A or B or both. There are seven elements here because D is similar between both of them, so we have only one is required. So there are seven elements. Now letters in both A and B. B is the only letter which is in both A and B. Now letters in A or B, but not in both. For example, A, B, Look, D is not here because there is elements only in A or in B, but not in both. D is in both, so it doesn't show the D. We can find the length of the set with length function, 4. We can find the minimum element in the set, which is A. We can find maximum in a set, which is D. Or we can say A with numbers if it's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can say mean of A 1 and max of A 5. Now look at below definition of a set. It is like list comprehensions that we talked about. So we can say A equals X for X in range 10. 10 means 0 to 10. When we drop the first one, argument to the range means from 0. And if you look at A is from 0 to 9. We can say B also equals X for X in range 10. This is B. They are the same. So we can check this one if these are the same. So, and it's true. The interesting point here is that sets are unordered. So the order of the elements shouldn't be important. Let's test it. I will say A equals 1, 2, 3. Sorry, this is list. This is set 1, 2, 3, and B equals 3 to 1. Are these two equal? Let's say C. True, they are equal. So the order is not important. But in lists, the order are important. If I say A equals 1, 2, 3, and B equals 3 to 1, then these are not the same. False. Now let's talk about another data type, which is tuples, or some people say tuples. I will say tuple. Tuples are immutable sequences. Tuples are like lists, but are immutable, and it means once we define them, we cannot change them. But they are ordered. They are exactly like lists, but the only difference is we cannot change them after we define them. Let's create some tuples. A equals 1, 2, 3. Hello. This is a tuple. If you look at the tuple, it puts inside parentheses. So if you want to create any tuple, we can either put in the parentheses or don't put in the parentheses. We can say R equals 1, 2, 3. It's a tuple. Or we can say R equals parentheses 1, 2, 3. Again, this is also a tuple. The way that we create an empty tuple is by just a parenthesis, set of parentheses. This is an empty tuple. If you want to have one element, we cannot say this because it's a number, it's an integer, it's not a tuple. If you look at A is 1. We should say 1, comma. We need to add comma at the end of it. Now A is a tuple. Or if you want to use a parenthesis, we should still use the comma at the end of 1. So A is tuple. If you don't add comma at the end, it will be something like this. This is just a number. So we need to add comma so that it becomes a tuple. For creating, this is tuple for with one element. For creating a tuple with more than one element, we don't need to add the comma at the end of the tuple. For example, for one element, we say 1, comma. But for more than one, we can say just 1, 2, 3. We don't need to put comma at the end. We don't need it. It works like this. Or in the parentheses, you can say 1, 2, 3. No comma at the end. It works. Or we can use a tuple function, or yeah, it's better to say function now. which gets a list and creates a tuple from that. Yes. Tuples can be nested. For example, A equals 1, 2, 3, B equals 4, 5, 6, and C equals A and B. So we can see it's a tuple of tuples. Please note that tuples are immutable, so we cannot assign the value to a tuple or remove a value from a tuple. We don't have delete command here. We cannot change a tuple, for example, to on index 0 to 13 or things like that. So all the operations that manipulates, edits, removes, deletes, adds, appends, none of them work in here because we cannot change anything. Now let's see something interesting. This is one of the features that I really like about Python. Let's create a tuple with 1, 2, 3, a t. It's 1, 2, 3. Now look at this statement. It's very interesting. A, B, C. We assign it to t. So what is happening? This goes and extracts the t, or says the term is unpacking. It unpacks the t and extracts the 1, 2, and 3 and assigns it to the A and B and C. So look at A, 1, B, 2, C, 3. This is called sequence unpacking and it's very interesting. Very interesting. All the common sequence operations are also applicable to tuples. I have already talked about these operations in the list video. I think this is the second video of this series. Please refer to that for a complete review, but I'm going through them here very quickly. So assume we have below two tuples, t equals 1, 2, 3, and s equals 4, 5, 6. All these below operations are possible with the tuples. For example, you can say 1 in t, in 1 in t. We can say t plus s, as this one together. T multiplied by 2, accessing an element 0, for example, or any element from t. Because it is ordered, we can access that. Or t from 0 to 2, or the last element in the t, or the elements from the last 3 to the end of it, or a copy of all of it, exactly like what we talked about in list. And we can use len min max, like len t mean, the minimum number, max, the maximum number, and the index of number 3 in the tuple, which is 2 here. Index is 2, 0, 1, 2. And dot the count, how many number 3 we have here in the tuple. T dot count. We have only one. You can also sort it using the sorted function or sorted reversed. Sorted t comma reverse equals true. This is reverse. Please, if you are not familiar with these common operations, watch the video for lists. I have explained these in details in that video. Well, this was the third part of this tutorial. We talked about sets and tuples, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I make these videos so that you can learn these topics quickly and very fast, and it is designed in a way that you can look at it again and again and again. It's not enough to just look at this once. You need to watch these videos couple of times, and it's a quick and easy way of doing that. It's not boring. I will upload the next part next Wednesday. Please subscribe if you don't want to miss it. We have a lot to talk about. And thank you for watching.